No, he's not going to change because he has no incentive to. You're looking at this all wrong. Abusive men don't change because they don't want to lose the power or the perks. Like, you get that. It's not a skills issue. Therapy's not going to fix a guy like this. It's a values issue. It's a belief system. He won't change because abuse is working for him. He gets sex, he gets compliance, he gets free labor, he gets to control you. He wants these things. Why would he stop? You have to understand, an abusive man is not traumatized or wounded or has anger issues or doesn't know any better or had a mom that was mean to him. He's entitled. It's misogyny. It's not insecurity. For an abusive man, consequences are so rare. The whole world is set up to allow this to continue, to enable it, to give him these benefits. And if he believes that he's entitled to these benefits, and he is in fact getting them from you, from everyone, why would he change? People always ask, like, wouldn't it be easier if he was trying to be happy? Like, wouldn't it be easier to just be nicer to people? No, that wouldn't be easier for them. That's not what they want. You're looking at this from the lens of, like, you want peace and love. And isn't that what everybody wants? No, it is not what everybody wants. Your worldview is very different from that of an abusive man, I hope. You know what would create incentive for these types of guys to change? Loss of access, loss of benefits, loss of an audience, external pressure, actual social consequences. Therapy doesn't work for a man like this because therapy doesn't override an entire belief system. Certainly not one that he wants to keep. Abuse is not a mental illness, and it's not a communication issue. Therapy is for people who want to change, or people who want to perform change. There is just an obvious and frankly necessary assumption of good faith that exists in therapy. So the therapist is going to assume that the person sitting in front of them is there to create change, but they're not. And that's only if they go. Most of them refuse. The truth about therapy with an abusive man is that it usually makes them worse. They weaponize it, right? I'm trying. I go to therapy. What more can you ask of me? My God, you want me to be perfect. The truth that nobody seems to want to face is that a lot of abusive men know that they're abusive. At the very least, they often know that they're bad. He might already understand why he acts this way, but that doesn't mean that he wants to stop. At the root of abuse, the cause is not trauma. Everybody thinks that, right? Well, maybe he's a narcissist and then he has no choice. Maybe he was traumatized and this is just him lashing out. Abuse is caused by entitlement and misogyny. You're going to learn communication skills. You're going to tackle those childhood wounds. But a therapist is rarely going to say, well, why do you believe that she owes you obedience? So to summarize, he is not going to change. And unfortunately, but also fortunately, you can change. That might seem unfair, but you can change thinking that this is going to help him, that you can love him through it, that you need to stay. You can change. You can break free. I help women break out of these relationships, heal, rebuild, and live a life that just doesn't include this guy.